Now, raised in 1966 after the Indo-Pakistan War, the paramilitary units of the Indian Army are specially trained commandos that can bring down the enemy inside the country as well as by crossing the borders. Republic reports from one of the training schools of the Indian Army Special Forces, where the commandos are being specially trained to tackle every possible situation. Take a look at this ground report.
Post-1965 war between India and Pakistan, India rose a special unit, that is the Parachute Regiment of the Indian Army. These are the para-special forces of the Indian Army that are trained not only for one of the toughest operations in the hinterland, but also the operations that are carried out across the borders. These are those special men, those who have carried out many of the key operations, including the surgical strike. And today we are in one of the places where these men of the metal are trained. They are being trained with unarmed combat, that how without the weapons they can totally demolish the enemy. Important to mention that in the recent past we have seen the special forces taking part in many of the operations in hinterland as well.
ये मतलब ये पीटीके अनाम गुम्बद फिलीपींस से लेके आया था 2012 में फर्ज में 21 में शुरू किया गया था और उसके बाद 2013 से यहाँ पे सीपीएस में लेने का लग गया था और यहाँ पर एडवांस और स्पेशलाइजेशन 6 वीक का सिखाया जाता है यूनिट में। एक्चुअल में इन लोग ने यूनिट में 6 वीक का बेसिक पूरा करा के आता है इनको।
When it comes to the operations of the special forces, the confidence on the body is almost the operation for them, because it is the body that counts for their eyes and ears in an operation. Now what we are going to show is the confidence fire. That is, the body is holding a target in its hand and these troops of the special forces, they are firing at the target. So this shows the confidence of the special forces of the Indian Army on their body, and same happens. They shift from one side to another, which shows that how confident they are that their body will have an exact shot. Jungle warfare has been one of the most widely used by the terrorists in the recent past. If we speak of 2023 only, there have been 4 major attacks that we have seen in Jammu and Kashmir, where 16 of our brave hearts, including 3 officers, have attained martyrdom while the terrorists were using the jungles as a cover. And now the special forces that are getting the specialized training here, they are tackling each and every move when it comes to the jungle warfare, that how they are prepared for any of the contingency that is rising out, because there are different types of forest and they have to be prepared for each and every threat that is being posed by the adversary. The special forces of the Indian Army, especially the snipers, are trained to tackle every kind of situation, and in the areas of the operation they have built a special hideouts. The hideouts that they tactically use to target the enemy, to decimate the plan of the enemy. And Sarjeevan is showing you one of the sniper that is coming, keeping in view each and every thing that is around him. He will now very soon be entering one of the hides, especially in the area after having a recce of the area. He will now be entering the hide. This is a small opening of this hide, and you will see the snipers of the Indian Army entering the hide. They can hide inside this hideout that they have made, especially to keep a vigil on the enemy. This is a bunker with almost no opening, because once it is closed, then the enemy will have no edge over the issue, and then what will happen is enemy will have blind sight of these special para forces. The special forces of the Indian Army, that is the para commandos, are also being trained about the specialized operations, that is the airborne operations. And when these troopers, the paratroopers, are dropped from the helis, they face similar like situation. And now this vertical wind tunnel has come forth at one of the most advanced training centers of the special forces, where the forces not only carry out the drills but also ensure that they can tackle the situation. The officers, the Jawans, they all are part of this simulation drill that is underway.